Why does Hatsune Miku spin the leak? Why did she casually approach Child in a 7-Eleven that one time? How did she become so deeply embedded in otaku and meme culture? Tonight, we're taking a closer look at the meme aspect of this phenomenon along with my guest. So we're doing this the hard way.
No.
Hatsune Miku literally personifies the internet's ability to foster creativity and community. It's essentially what she was designed for, and as soon as she picked up traction, this fate was inescapable. The story begins back in 2007 with the character's release. First, what is Hatsune Miku? Originally, she was a voice bank to be used with a software called Vocaloid, but she was also its accompanying mascot, the 16-year-old anime girl. Vocaloid is a voice synthesizer software. You've probably seen videos like this before. This is a piano synthesizer called Synthesia. It's a similar idea. You input words and notes into the program, it generates the vocals. A voice bank, on the other hand, is just a collection of audio samples and data needed to create a synthetic singing voice. The term Vocaloid is shorthand for both the software and the characters associated with the voice banks. Miku isn't the first Vocaloid ever created, nor the first Japanese Vocaloid, but she was the first one to be fully developed by Krypton Future Media. So here's the conundrum. Why on earth are you so much more successful than any Vocaloid that came before or after you?
I'm built different.
That's not exactly wrong. So long as it kept improving, I think the idea of Vocaloid was bound to succeed. It just needed the right combination of packaging, technological advancement, and timing. With the way earlier Vocaloids were marketed, I would have thought this software was meant for professional producers. Just look at their physical packaging. Where are the anime girls? Krypton Future Media had a specific idea they wanted to convey with Miku, an android diva in the near future world where songs are lost. They attributed a singing character with a face to the software in hopes that users would develop a deeper attachment to Miku. On top of that, Vocaloid 1 voice bank suffered from a number of technical issues during development. Miku released for the Vocaloid 2 engine. She was working with much better tech, and as a result, sounded more natural. She was even designed using voice samples from an actual person. But most importantly, Miku facilitated creative freedom. While it isn't the only tool of its kind, Vocaloid enables non-professionals to create. Can't sing, can't afford vocalists, can't sound like an anime girl or boy? Vocaloid was a solution. A solution on top of which you could express whatever personality you wanted. Remember, Miku only has a name and this image. Everything else is up to you. Krypton Future Media permitted users to modify and use the character as they saw fit. Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial License to be specific, but commercial use arrangements can be made. Miku can become anything, so she became a meme, among other things. Miku blew up almost immediately. According to Krypton Future Media, it was considered a success if you could sell 1,000 units of software a year within the virtual instrument market. Miku sold over 1,000 units in a week. Everyone from average anime fans to veteran desktop musicians took interest in this Vocaloid. And not just through music, fan art, 3D videos, doujinshi, figurines, and more. The Japanese video site Nico Nico Doga is considered to have played the biggest role in spreading Miku's popularity, and one specific video, put up just 4 days after Miku's release, might have been the catalyst. There's a lot going on here.
No, there isn't.
This is a video of Miku singing the hit Finnish song Ievan Polkka. It simultaneously introduced Hatsune Miku, perpetuated an existing meme, and associated Miku with leeks, even though what she's holding is actually a spring onion. It's a parody of Leekspin, aka Loituma Girl, a flash animation where Orihime from Bleach is doing this, accompanied by the same folk song. According to Miku's lead developer Wataru Sasaki, Hatsune Miku broke the image of Hatsune Miku in a good way. It probably made people intuitively understand that anything goes with Hatsune Miku as a creative tool. The possibilities expanded immensely and it was really great. You are a core example of how anyone can contribute to Miku's narrative through music, art, and other media. How does that feel? The perpetuation of this craze actually resulted in fans building tools to make it easier for newcomers to join in. From dance videos to silly skits, animations were a big part of the Miku content being posted to Nico Nico Doga. But making these animations wasn't as easy back then. If you were a Miku fan that wanted to get into 3D animation, it would take a lot of time just to get the basics down. Software developer Yu Higuchi recognized this problem, and in response released Miku Miku Dance, or MMD for short. This is a free 3D animation program that was meant to be more user-friendly, easier to learn, and simplify many aspects of the creation process. It soon became a great alternative to existing 3D animation software, though these days the animation game looks a lot different. MMD comes with stock models for a bunch of Vocaloids, but it also lets you import whatever models and motion data you want. Thanks to that, we get stuff like this.
Close at the soup store! Fuck you!
As is the case with anything popular, businesses would start to take notice. While this wasn't intentional, it seems like the Good Smile Company and Sega might have captured the spirit of making Miku their own better than any corporation so far, because they came up with this. Miku Dio is this caricature version of the Vocaloid that's actually just an android model. She first appeared at Tokyo Game Show 2011 and was meant to market their new game, Hatsune Miku and Future Stars Project Mirai. This thing scared children there, some even cried. The incident picked up a lot of attention on Japanese message boards, which is where the name Miku Dio was coined. The internet commonly depicts Miku Dio as creepy. She is a monster that terrorizes more than just kids now. Fast forward a couple months and we get this beauty.
セブン、いい気分。ミクだよ。ミクだよ。
カット。セリフも動き
ミクだ
も何もかも違い。
よ。いい気分。あー。
This isn't a real commercial. It's a parody of one made by the doujin circle Zozi. It's based on an ad campaign that ran for Miku's 5th birthday, which is kind of like what you saw earlier, but objectively worse. When it came time to market Project Mirai 2, Sega would produce a mini-series called Together with Miku Dio, fully embracing this character. Though she's not as scary, and I think you're supposed to feel bad for her inability to be normal. I get it now. You were never evil Miku Dio, just misunderstood. Miku corporate collaborations and ads are plentiful. The most well-known may be the Domino's campaign.
Have some fun with Miku.
Pretty strange, but highly successful in Japan. The Toyota Miku hot dog commercial that doesn't really have anything to do with cars. The Lux commercial featuring Miku and Scarlett Johansson.
Miku, this is Scarlett.
But perhaps the most interesting. Evidently, this vegetable juice video wasn't for an actual product, until Family Mart made it a real thing back in 2012. It was made by LeMaze, and was just supposed to be a silly video where the Vocaloid sings about how wonderful this green juice is. Like with most popular Miku songs, it went on to get covers by different Vocaloids, real people, and fan-made parodies. This brings up another important aspect of the phenomenon we've been talking about, but I haven't explicitly addressed. Songs are obviously a huge spreader of the Miku craze. Melt, Senbonzakura, Shinkai Shoujo, Tell Your World, and so many more sit well beyond 10 million views on YouTube alone. But there's also the sillier songs that embrace the meme side of things. There's originals like the Vegetable Juice song or Triple Baka, and then there's covers of existing material like Ievan Polkka or this Miku Spartan remix. We're talking about a vocal synthesizer. You can have Miku sing literally anything. Regardless of which type it is, songs are powerful. They provide a mix of catchiness, humor, and community participation that combines to create a viral loop, where the song's popularity feeds into more people discovering and sharing it. Interestingly enough, Miku is tied to the history of Neon Cat. This classic video uses a Vocaloid song with this name by Daniel. It's sung by the Utauloid Momo Momone. However, the original version of the song was actually voiced by Miku, accompanied by these visuals. Even hit songs that weren't meant to be all that humorous, like Rolling Girl or World Is Mine, aren't immune. They evolved into memes like people infinitely rolling down a hill, or World Is Mine but it gets more verbose. We've even got Miku song parodies that derive from Miku songs themselves. Ever heard of Electric Chair? It's a parody of Electric Love. If there's a massive amount of fan art being generated for anything, it's not going to take long before it gets weird. Though it predates the modern use of the term, this image created by Pixiv user Ryusei is kind of cursed. Shite Yanyo is a version of Miku with only a head, where her long hair acts as legs. Japan just does this. The idea existed before, but this was the one that caught on. Shiteyanyo comes from the drawing's original title, Miku Miku ni Shiteyanyo. This is in reference to the lyrics of the song Miku Miku ne Shite Ageru. Believe it or not, this character is officially recognized by Krypton Future Media. Here's some content. Cursed images in general are appealing for a lot of reasons. The weird aesthetic, the mystery, the potential shock value. Very shareable. Have some more. Why can't you be normal? I would say Hatsune Miku has been able to navigate trends and changes in taste successfully. There's a different conversation to be had about music trends. Artists have likely shifted and evolved their approaches to how Vocaloids are used. The way vocal synthesizer programs adapt to machine learning tools in the future could change the game too. The meme aspect of Miku has evolved similarly and clearly isn't independent from that conversation. Memes evolve faster and become increasingly more niche over time. The same applies to how Miku is used, but I found that the core idea has remained the same. I'll ask again, what is Hatsune Miku? Miku is whatever you want her to be. She's no-scoping normies in the dark. She created Minecraft. She thinks you're mentally ill and need to see a therapist. She's a supporting character in an anime. She's a derivative of herself. She's an inquisitive kid who enjoys looking at snails. Or pipe bombs actually. And then she dies. She's about to board an airplane and die. She's about to eat a lemon and then die. Yeah, these have definitely gotten weirder. What's up with—
Excuse me? Are you British?
I'm Canadian.
Oh no. Oh no. Hatsune Miku does not talk to British people being outside the meeple in your mom.
Huh?
Seka.
If you like learning about anime culture, check out these more obscure ones, and stay tuned for more.